So today we will discuss about the advantages of a supercharger. Supercharger is provided in internal combustion engines which can significantly increase its power output without making any significant increase in its size. And supercharger is basically a compressor which gets its drive from the engine. Now before discussing the utility of the supercharger, we should know how we actually calculate the indicated power. The indicated power is the power that is developed inside the engine cylinder, and we call it indicated power because the mean effective pressure is calculated from the indicator diagram. The indicated power is given by the product of mean effective pressure, length of the stroke, area of the cross section, number of working strokes and number of cylinders divided by 4500. Now theoretically one can increase the indicated power by increasing any of the 5 things, that is mean effective pressure, length of the stroke, area of cross section, number of working strokes and number of cylinders. Now let us discuss, first let us consider the number of cylinders. Once the engine construction is made, then you cannot increase the number of cylinders. Then next one is number of working strokes. The number of working strokes actually depends upon the RPM of the engine. In case of 2-stroke cycle engine, this small n is equal to capital N, that is the RPM, and in case of 4-stroke cycle engine, this small n is RPM divided by 2, that is capital N divided by 2. But there is a limit to which it can be raised. The major reason being that when you run it at a very high speed, frictional losses will be significantly higher. So it has got its own limitations. Similarly, once the construction is made, you cannot bring about any change in the area of cross section of the piston. The same is true about the length of the stroke. Now the best possible option is that you can increase the mean effective pressure PM, and that is being accomplished by a supercharger. So what supercharger does? It supplies the air to the system at a pressure that is higher than the atmospheric pressure, and for that what it does, it takes the help of a compressor which is called your supercharger. So at high pressure the working substance is sent to the engine cylinder, and this effectively increases the mean effective pressure during the cycle. But not all the power output that is developed is utilized, because some portion of the increase in power output is used to run the supercharger.